So words of affirmation. There's somebody that says, this is a love language of mine, and I need my partner to show up and say, I love you, and tell me how good I am, and whatever, whatever else. Are there other examples? I seem to
No,
not feel connected to
I mean,
words.
that's essentially it. Being able to say to someone, I love you, I appreciate you, thank you for doing this thing, showing gratitude verbally, showing appreciation verbally. And I think for a lot of the like baby boomer generation, they would put words of affirmation very high on their list because parents in the 40s and 50s, 60s were not very adept at using words of affirmation with their children. Kids would have to know that they were loved through acts of service,
Mhm.
generally.
Okay. So let's look then at words of affirmation, and on the one hand we say there is absolutely nothing wrong with saying I love you to your partner,
Mhm.
saying kind things to your partner, telling your partner what you appreciate about them. And there's nothing wrong with receiving that and feeling loved, feeling connected to love.
Right.
All of that is wonderful. On the other hand, if we're not exploring why that is our love language, what are we missing? Well, if I have to constantly be told that I'm doing a good job, then what is there in the shadow of my psyche? This deep fear that I'm not good enough.
Mhm.
Or maybe it's a fear of being rejected. And the only thing that keeps that fear of rejection from coming up and consuming us
Mhm.
is hearing that our partner is content with us.
Yeah. Yeah. Like almost like you're drowning and someone's throwing you a life preserver and you're just waiting for like the next life preserver to be thrown to you. And then you're okay for a little while.
Right. Yes. Another metaphor that comes to mind would be, because I think that this is actually more than a metaphor. I think this is accurate, alchemically, that this unhealed shadow stuff within us is essentially a poison to our psyche.
Mm.
It has the ability to literally make us sick, mentally sick, physically sick, right? And so somebody who has, again, let's say a fear of rejection and or deep sense of not being good enough, that poison begins to build in the system. And every time their partner says, oh, I love you, you're amazing, you did such a great job with this, thank you,
Mhm.
it's like a dose of medicine. It's a little bit of an antidote to that poison.
Like a little Alka-Seltzer or something.
Yeah. so so the problem then is that if those words of affirmation go away, we literally become more sick.
Mm.
We might become physically sick. We might become, mentally sick in terms of being full of anxiety or having difficulty sleeping. It can manifest in a million different ways.
Mhm.
But there, the catch is that, um, we've connected the medicine to our partner, and only our partner can supply that medicine and antidote to what's going on. And as
Right.
long as we think that's true, and as long as we make it a relationship problem, right? And so then when I feel anxious and become afraid of rejection, and all of a sudden my sense of my own self-value begins to plummet, why is that happening? Well, because I'm with the wrong partner, because my partner won't show up and communicate to me how important and loved that I am. And
Right.
that, of course, is not why that's happening. It's happening because there's all of these unhealed aspects of the psyche, that haven't been looked at yet.